Hello, welcome back to Coding with Nathan. Today we're going to build something really cool and practical, an AI image to seamless looping video generator. You'll type in a prompt, generate images using OpenRouter's Image API, approve the ones you like, and then automatically turn them into smooth, low movement looping videos, perfect for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, backgrounds, or social media. Everything is saved locally to your computer, so let's get building. All right, so here's exactly what we're going to build. I'm going to type in a prompt. When playing a grand piano, select which image generator we need. These are the four we are supporting. So let's do 3.1. Do 2 images. Then we just click generate, and it will warn us that it will take a while. So this is not up to our program. This is up to OpenRouter because we have sent the request up to them, and we're going to have to wait until it comes back. So here it is. We are back. We have 2 images. You can select the ones we want. We will approve this one. And then we will create our looping videos. This will also take a while, but this is all done locally. All right. Now let's see what this looks like. And okay, so here is our video that we have created. And that's what we're going to do. All right. All right, let's go over the code. And as always, you can find the complete code on our GitHub, which is linked in the description and in a comment. So the first thing we have is the import. We have an import for the TK interface. We have a import for PIL, which helps us deal with the images. The requests, of course, help us deal with the HTTP request to OpenRouter. Base64 helps you create, handle binary data that has been encoded as text, and this is how we get the images back from OpenRouter. The OS lets us deal with the file system. Date times let us deal with date times. Then we have movie PY, which is what we're going to use to make our clips. We have numpy, which is what we use when we're doing our zooming and panning in the video. And time just gives us date times for our log files. Now, next we have to install any of the libraries which we do not already have. All right, so for this new project, we need to install the new libraries. I think we already have requests installed. Don't know about Pillow and Movie PY. I'm sure we don't. So we will see if we can do this all at once or if we have to do this individually. And I kind of guess. Oh, looks like it will do it. Looks like we are getting Pillow. Okay, what did it say at the beginning? So script tdqm installed, which is not in path. All right, so it seems like that did it. All right, so now that you have your libraries imported, you need to put your OpenRouter key here. Otherwise, you will not be able to generate the images. This will take money as they don't do this for free, but this is how you do it programmatically. So you need your key there. You can generate your key by going to the API keys on your OpenRouter web interface and generating a new one. All right, then we just set up our images directory, our videos directory, and what our log file will be, and then we make sure that this exists, and if not, we make one. All right, these are the models that we are going to use. You can use add more or take away the ones you don't want to use, but this is what we are going to use. And then you will have to format your input to OpenRouter with what the exact model needs. They are all pretty similar. All right, so then we do our normal, declaring our class, which is image to loop app. We then have our init function, which initializes the TK interface and sets up the window. That gives it a title, a size, a color. We set up our list of generated images and we create the widgets. We also create a log function so that we can append things to a log. So in case we get error messages back, or just so we can tell what's going on and how many images we have requested. All right, so then we create our widgets. So we create our window with labels. And what we're going to do is make an input frame around the prompt so that we can get the prompt. We then put a control frame around our combo box where we are going to list out, be able to select our model from. We then have another combo box where we will select the number of images to generate at one time. And then we will have a button so that we can actually go request those images. When we get back, we put the images on our screen. And have a button so that we can create the videos from them once we select them. All right, so to generate the images, require that you have a prompt, require that you actually put in your key because they'll just reject it if you don't. And then we start generating the images. This is the format of our request. And this is the important part. Don't need this at all. We just filled it in for fun. And then you get your responses back and you have to wait for the image requests to be fulfilled before you can load them down. Then we save them. All right. So we display the images so that we can determine whether we want to approve them or not to make the looping videos. create a frame around that. Can have a small function, so whether you approve it or reject it, we just set what you have selected. And then we wait for you to hit the Create Looping Videos button. Where we check to make sure you've approved at least one image. And then we call our Make Seamless loop. So in the Make Seamless loop, we get the image. And we send it to these functions so we can make a frame and animate it so that it looks like it's moving. Simply are programmatically moving it a little bit so that we get some motion. Then if you select another, want to do another request, we will clear the preview and the prompt and allow you to import it again. And that's it. It's fairly simple. Just wanted to get you the basic flow here. And then we will hopefully in the next tutorial add more to it. Okay, now with this project, there's a lot you can expand it to, including adding more styles of motion, maybe a gentle float or a rotation, batch process many prompts. You can add music to the loops. You can export it as a GIF and do all kinds of things. So let us know what you think of this. Let us know what you want to see in the next tutorials. And let us know what we need to explain more or less of. So happy coding. And remember, the code is available in our GitHub, which is linked in the description and pinned in a comment. We will see you next time.